Good morning, Kim. How are you going? Lovely to see you. Good morning, everyone out there in beautiful YouTube land. Well, it looks like we're going to get rain again. We haven't had as much as those poor people up north, though. My prayers go out to them for the flooding. And then we've got fires in Victoria. So, people have lost their homes and everything. My prayers go out to them. My name's Suzie, and I'm a Stampin' Up operator, or demonstrator, not operator. That was a bit faux pas. Hi, Tanya, how you going? In Australia. So I actually live in Brisbane itself. Hi, Chi. Lovely to see you. So if you're in for any scrapbooking, card making products, I can help you there. Now, in the corner, done that again, it's a QR code. I do it every time. You'd think I'd know by now. QR code that you can put your mobile on it. It'll take you straight to my shop. All of the products I'm going to use this morning will be in my shop. So also, sorry. Ah, okay. There's a link below which gives you my email, my phone number, and my shop link. So you can always go down there and find them. So just a couple of things before we start. We've got the $9 voucher. So if you spend $90 on products and you do that between, let me look at my notes, between the 6th of January and the 2nd of February. So you will get an email with a code. So if you spend $90 several times, you will get several vouchers. Put them in a safe place so you don't lose them, and then you can renew them on the 3rd of February to the 28th of February. So I've made a little folder on the side of my emails and called it vouchers, so they all go in there because I've lost them before. We've also got the card retreat, as you know, on the 23rd and 24th of January. That is $288. If you want more information, please look it up on YouTube. There's several unboxing videos, and you can make your mind up from there whether you want to get it or not. And you can also use your Stampin' Rewards for it as well. So other than that, we've got the product of the month, and that is the stamp set. So without further ado, let's pop down to the desk and we'll see what we're up to today. I'm going to need your help, ladies. I feel it coming on. So I'm just changing my camera over and check my audio. And as usual, it's gone out. Okay, so we've got a lot of things on the desk this morning. That looks a bit... Is that better? Oh yeah, got to cut one more piece. So we've got all these things on the desk this morning. All bits and pieces I cut out yesterday, and I was playing with them. So this is the card I came up with yesterday. Hi Ross, lovely to see you. How are you feeling? Yeah, how's your recuperation going? So this is what I came up with yesterday. Now the card part I did get off Jilly Bling. So she does some absolutely gorgeous cards, but I didn't want it to be exactly the same as what she had. And at first I did have a day to remember on there, which is what she did. But I didn't want that, I just wanted to try it out. So, and then I put this beautiful flower on it, and I don't know whether you can see it, but I coloured it in with Stella. I don't know whether you can catch it or not. Hi Nicole, how are you going? Oh yeah, happy birthday to Gary. I hope you had a lovely birthday, Roz. Oh, tongue-tied today. So, I want to use the card, basic. But what I've done is I've actually cut the other flowers out, and then I've just gone around the tips with gold. Because basically I wanted it white and gold. So, I did, Tanya. I did. It had gone in the drawer. I was looking all over the floor for it, crawling on my hands and knees, checking under cupboards and whatnot, pulling everything out. Couldn't find it anywhere, as you know. And then I needed something in one of my drawers yesterday, and I pulled the drawer out, and as soon as I pulled it out, there it was sitting there. So the angels must have answered me. So I've got cloud covered. This one I put pink on, but I want something very light. So I'm thinking oh yeah. Did they give you a scooter at all, Roz? An e-scooter? When I broke my foot, after the operated, I had to have an e-scooter. So I picked cloud cover. So that's a fairly pale colour. I was trying to think what else was actually pale. So I've put that, we'll see what it's like, we'll test it. Now, we'll go through what we've got. So I've got a plain white card base. So the card base, oh, that's good, lovely. Pay him in kisses. So my card base is 5.5 by 8.5. Just white, thick card. So this one I did in that white cardstock. But I didn't know whether it was too much white. So I thought about maybe putting this here. So whether I use the white or put this, because it is pale and it just gives it that. Thank you, Roz. I know that, Nicole. And I do it sometimes, and other times I just put it back on the desk and it's gone. So I don't know. What do you think? To keep it all white or just put a little bit of pale contrast to it? It's like a grey. So that's the first thing I need help with. So whether I cut it up in the white, I don't know whether you can see that. It's a DSP when I find it. So it is a DSP. So this one is called, there's only a couple of pieces, so it's Whispers of Texture specialty paper. So what do you think? Do we use the you think all white? Cool. Everybody else does? Alright, we'll cut some of that then. We can use that on something else. So, for that, I might get a fresh piece. You've only got a couple of each in them, but they are nice. And my first idea was to keep it all white and gold. So my first piece is 5 1/4 by 4. And I had to cut it a little bit longer because the measurements again didn't fit my paper. Okay, so now we want 2 pieces at 5 1/4, so I'm going 5 1/2 by 2 inches. Okay, so that's our paper cut. I'll show you all the bits and pieces and what I did. Hi Deb, how are you going? Lovely to see you. Oh, how gorgeous. Lovely, Deb. Beautiful. So this is that paper again. So I used so we're using Beautiful, Simply Beautiful. So most of this I've used the dies. So I've used these here and I've got one more to cut out for that. So, and then I was looking all over for this. I knew I had it. But silly me, thought it came in the old packaging. So I used this one. I used these 2 scrolly ones here, and I used that long one. Whether I put more on, they were beautiful pictures, Dad. I mean, I like snow, but not to live in it anymore. Had enough walking to school in the snow. So we used that one. So that one is delicate framing. And I kept missing it because I looked at this part and didn't flip it over. And that's what I was after. So it took me a while to find that. So we're using those. Put those over. And I did use the other side of the other one. Can't see it, somewhere around here. So what I did with this paper was I spritzed it first. So I got my spritzer, put some alcohol in it, not drinking alcohol, of course, and then I sprayed it. I don't know whether you can see the glisten on it, just here and there. I can see it, but you might not be able to. You got a sunny day? We've got an overcast day in Australia. So what I did was I put alcohol in here, and then I put about 3 or 4 drops of Stella into my spritzer. And then I spritzed all the white paper. These that I actually coloured in with the wink of Stella. So I don't know whether you can see it. So it just made them stand out a bit more. So as I say, I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet out of all this lot. I cut these little corner pieces out of gold, but I did cut some white ones because I'm going to double it up so that when the card folds over, this is a stopper for the card. So here, like this, so the card sits on those. So that was the idea of those. So we've got 2 each of them. And then I've got my little fancy pieces. Can you see that glisten? It looks absolutely stunning. I don't know whether the camera does it justice. So we've got 2 of those, 1 long piece, and 2 of these curly bits. I've got 2 of these, but I think I need maybe another couple. So then I've cut out from my dies. I've done the largest, next to the largest, so the first 3, and then I've put this out that maybe we'll use there, I'm not sure. And I've got a smaller one, but I don't think I'll need that. So we'll put those there. Flowers and the leaves I've also done in Stella. And then during the night, sometime when I woke up, I decided maybe this flower would be better. So we'll see what we do when we come to it. And then there's the stem. So we'll have a look at that. Okay. So I'm going to fold our card in half. You're going to get some snow next week. And then I'm going to fold it back on itself. But I want it right on the edge of that fold. and give it a good creasing. Make sure it's nice and straight and sharp. So then what happens is that folds and that will then sit forward like that. Okay, so firstly we want to put our pieces of DSP down. I might have to take a bit off this. Because I did do it a little bit extra because I found that it was fairly wide on the outsides. So I'm just going to take a bit off each side of that. Just a smidge. Ooh, might have to take a bit more than a smidge. No, it's still a bit more. I didn't think my measuring was that far out. I could have been extra. You know me, I don't like that much of a border unless I mean to have it. There we go. Let's have a look at these. Yeah, that should be about right. Okay. Found it. Now I'm going to put it on the front. And I know where it is. So I'm going to stick this Whisper of White. Actually, I should get some more of this. It's quite nice. And if you were making a wedding card or something like that, it would be really nice. So put it right up to the crease. Make sure you don't go over that so that you can, so it folds. Just give that a crease down. Okay, so now we want to put these on the outside pieces. So lay that flat. So what's been happening with all you ladies? What have you been up to? I know it's only a day since I spoke to most of you. I'm going to pop this on here. Now I'm going to have to take a smidge off here. I thought my measurement's been way out this morning. I just wanted it to cover up a bit more than what that other one did. That's better. There we go. And there is only one side to this paper. The other side's smooth. So one of it has lines in it, and this one has like tiny little diamond shapes through the paper. So there we go. That's our card done. Now I need another piece to go in here, and that's just out of plain white paper. So I'll flip that over there, and I'll just cut that out because that's the last piece I think that I needed to cut out, and I ran out of time. I was looking all over this morning for Lorraine's. Oh, congratulations. Lost 3 kilos. Fantastic. Well done, Kim. And it's keeping your hands busy rather than eating. So I'm using the third one in here. So this one. The other ones I use as the big one, the next to the biggest big one, and then that third one. So do I want that one? Let me just check. Because this is to go in there. Or would I be better getting the bigger one? Just let me... I think I'll go with the one I've got. Because I don't want it to show right through. So I'm just using this die. That was the only piece I didn't have cut out. So we can put that in. I'll just do it on the electric one quicker. Bring it back through again. So now I've got this. This is the only piece that hasn't been spritzed. I've got a basket under my feet and it's getting in my way. So just to show you what I did. Hi Sarah, how you going? Music bingo. We're all good. Have a wonderful time. My sister's right into her bingo. So I did alcohol, and then I put alcohol in it. not drinking alcohol. And then I got my wink of Stella. I think this is the empty one. Yeah. And then I put a couple of drops in. Put it back together. Give it a bit of a shake. And then spritz it. With the alcohol, it'll dry really quickly. So we'll put that over there to dry. Got it all over my hands as well. Of course I do. Okay, let's get to building this card. So here we go, we've got so far. I'm going to now I've got some bits still stuck in there. Where's me? I had one already out, so I've still got a couple of gold bits in there. Get rid of those. And I'm going to put these on these white pieces, so that gives it a little bit of height. I was just wondering, no, glue them. I was wondering whether to put dimensionals, but I don't think I might put these ones on dimensionals, but I don't think I'll put them in the middle, just so it gives it a bit of height. So I'm just going around the edge. And we will glue that together. So I'm going to get a couple of dimensionals. Many ones might be all right. I don't want them showing through. So I'm just going to put one on each side like that. No, you won't see them, that's good. That was my worry. So you can make these for a wedding card or a birthday card. Now I'm going to put this, I'm going to line it up with the bottom of my DSP and the same along the side. And that will just give it that height to stop the card. You're a very busy girl, Sarah. And we'll do the same with this one. There we go. Now, our pieces. I don't know whether I'll use that or not, but I'll use the vellum. So we want the big one. Now really all that's going to show is the outside ones, except for this one, because all that will show. So like that. So I'm hoping to get a clean brush, because I don't want to get anything on. I don't want to get anything on there, and I'm hoping that will be light enough. Oops. Drop them on the floor. Can't think of anything else that would be a light. I don't like the pink on it. Where did I put that piece of paper? No, that's CSP. Oh, we can do it on the back. Oops. We can do it on the back of here. So I'm going to leave that top one till last. We're going to start on this one. So if I start in the middle and then go out, there it's just got a really pale look to it. I think this will look better than the pale pink. And it's got, I've spritz these papers as well. So then we've got that. You can barely see that colour. I think we need to put a little bit more on it. Or would that be enough? Hi Elizabeth, lovely to see you. How are you going? Mushrooms and onions. Yum. I'm just going around the edge again. I think that's enough. I'll start this one. Oh, you're in the flooded area as well. I know you had the fires because I was talking to you. I'm glad that you're all safe. You're not anywhere near that flooding, are you, Elizabeth? Oh, it's down the Great Ocean Road. I saw that on the YouTube on the news. Shocking. So then we've got this one, which will sit on top of that one. So we've got a slight bit of colour there, haven't we? Wish it was a bit more smoother though. Not very good at doing this. I need to get some practice in, don't I? About half an hour away. Wow. Will it get up to you, Elizabeth? Now, this one, I only really want it on the outside, just to make a bit of a because the flower is going to go on here. Yeah, I might just do it all. All right, so that's done. Yeah, it is, that's for sure. Oh, stay safe, Elizabeth. My thoughts are with you. Yep, we got one more to do, haven't we? Forgot about that one. Most of it you won't see. You stay safe. That was horrendous what I saw on the news. Caravan park washed away, all the cars and the caravans. It seems to me, from memory, that at the beginning of the year, New Year, always something happens. If it's not fires, it's floods. So we've got that one too. All right. So this big one will sit at the back of like that, and then the others will sit on top of it. So let's put these together, and I'm going to use some little dimensionals just to give it a little bit of a lift. My phone's buzzing away on my hand. So I think the little dimensionals just give it that little bit of extra lift. Maybe a little more. And then this one will go inside. For this one, we're going to decide which flower we're going to put on. So as you see, I've edged everything with gold to my best of my ability. You didn't get any of the rain, only light showers. No, I know the fires aren't under control. I've been keeping tabs on it. Oh, I've got two there. So I've used that DSP on the flowers as well. I also spritz the flowers, so you can probably see a bit of glistening on them, hopefully. And using that white one as the bottom of the flower, I'm going to put this one in the middle. I've sort of bent the leaves up a bit. So this one's the bottom here. And then I'm going to take one of the small ones, and again sort of bending them up a bit, using this bigger wide part here as the bottom of the flower. Pop that on there like that. And take one more and put it in the middle. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to offset this one like I did the other one. So there is and it looks a little bit 3D. Oops, we got our little stamen. We're just gonna, where's my, yep, there it is. We'll put that in the middle. So my thought was putting this off to the side. Now we've got these leaves. That was a big one, wasn't it? Oh no. So I did think of putting this on the top, the vellum, on top of that one. Putting the flower off to the side. We can use these little gold sprigs around it, so that's what that one looks like. Or like I did on that one, we can put this flower Which one do you think? Number 1 or number 2? Let me know in the comments what you think, number 1 or number 2. Then we've got to number 1. Deborah says number 1. Okay, that doesn't fit on there. I think I remember that from yesterday. So we could put, you're invited, congratulations to having to hold, here's to love, here's to love. Or on here we've got a date to remember. So I think number 1 was best too. So I'll work on this. Do you think we need to put the vellum over it like that? That just sort of gives it a bit of makes the colour underneath a bit lighter. So I'm going to use some glue dots to fasten that on. So do you think the vellum will look all right? And I'm going to roll it in a little dot. I'm only going to fasten one side at the moment till I find out where I can put it on the other side without showing, because as you know, vellum will show it through. Okay, so we can line that up. And I'm just going to stick that down because our flour will cover that. So, where's my bottom piece there? Now I'm going to put a glue dot on the bottom of our flour. Good. I'm going to put that on there like that. Now we'll have to glue these. So I want to put barely any glue on. And I'm going to put that one in there. And I'm going to take the second one and put a tiny bit of glue and we'll put that one there. So that's our top layer, the back done. Then we will put, if I can pick it up, some mini glue dots on the back of here. I just had them. How do things get lost? Honestly, I was just using them. Anybody see what I did with them? Got glue dots. I've got the big, I had some mini. Oh my giddy aunt. Ah, found them. Stop looking. Oh, that's the paper. I don't want it coming off. Okay. And now we'll take off the papers. Being as gentle as I can. Right, we're off all the way around. Making sure our points line up there. Okay, so far so good. Then I'm going to put some glue Hi Sue, how you doing? Oh, work, yeah. It's a nuisance when it gets in the way, isn't it, Sue? Probably got a little bit. Try and get that centered. So that's what we've got so far. Okay. Let's do sentiment. As I said, I wanted this one, but it's just too big. So we can use a day to remember, or where to put it? To having to hold. You're invited. Congratulations. Which one do you think we should put on? Oh dear Sue. Now we're going to have to do this in gold. So what do you reckon? Should we do a day to remember? I think that would be a good one for a wedding card. What do you think? How dare they keep calling you? So I'm going to use my secret seed, as I usually do. I'm going to try and get it between these two. I was going to do it in gold, wasn't I? We're going to emboss it. keep it in with the rest of the card. I forgot about that. Where's my squirty gone? Yeah, that's exactly right, Sue. I was going to do it in gold. I'll just clean that up. I've got everything on top of each other. There we go. So first we're going to use our little dabber here. Now I'm waiting for my tax to come through. I sent it all to my tax accountant before Christmas, and he said he'll do it over the Christmas break. I was late putting it in through. But this will be my last one since I retired. I'm going to take the bird's mark. I'm going to take put the bird's mark all over it. Make sure we get a good imprint. I'm just going to turn the fan off so I don't wear half of it. And there was that piece of paper I was looking for before. And one of the little things. I'm going to save those little things that come out of the flowers and then put them in something else, put them in another colour. Nearly did it. Now we can pour it over. So I got these at Aldi. I was sick of having all the little bottles sitting in my drawer, and then I'd have to go through them to get them out. Put that out of the way while I close your ears. The gold. Oh, why were you closed over Christmas? You're joking. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with people? Are you a retired banker? Oh, that's right, Tim. I remember you saying that. You need a break from you, yeah. I can relate to that. I worked for Telstra for over 10 years in mobile net. So I got abused by the best of them, especially if they were like lawyers and things like that. They were the worst, one of the worst. Blue collar workers were one of the worst for not paying their bills on time. I still love watching them. We got a bit bent there, haven't we? Yep, that's done. Customers come to your house. Let this cool off. And we're going to put that in the middle of our card. So that will go on there like that. Yeah. I wouldn't like them coming to my house. So we're going to glue this in. So all you see is that little chip there. There we go. Ah, yeah, customers can be rather demanding, can't they? So now I can put that one along there. And that one there. Right, so many bits and pieces on this one. And I did most of the cutting and everything. yesterday. So I was thinking of putting that along the edge there. What do you reckon? Oh, thank you, Kim. Sue, thank you for that. So we'll just put these, and I did the same with these. I spritzed them with Wink of Stella before before I cut them out. So I did a piece of paper. So I'm just going to put and as I said earlier, the inspiration for this card came from Jilly Bling. She does some fantastic cards. So of course I didn't want to do exactly what Jilly did. Wrong way. So I'm just putting on that large one. So that gives it a bit of stability. And it will still sit up like that. Now this one, can you see the sparkle on that? Jilly Bling. Thank you, Nicole. Don't you like it? I got the card from her, the measurements and everything, and the idea. I used a couple of hers like these to okay, so I can actually do that. I thought I was going to have to cut it, but I don't have to. And she's Jilly with a J, not a G. She does some gorgeous avid cards. So I'm just putting dots of glue on here. And I'm going to slide it under each of these gold pieces. I got a bit popping out there. That one's in. We'll just snip that one off. So, actually, do you think we need any bling on there? Any more bling? If we do, I'd have to go with if we put any on, we'd have to go with the rhinestones or the druses. What do you think? So I didn't use those two after all, but that's all right. I can come in handy for something else. So let me know in the comments what you think we should put on. Rhinestones. There we go. Done. Done deal, Tanya. And you too, Deb. You go for the rhinestones. So we can put one there. One down the bottom there. I think I'll put another big one there. All right, done. I'm not going to put any more Wink Stella on because it's actually loaded with Wink Stella. So everything has, all the white parts have Wink on them because I've sprayed them. They beat you to it. I was waiting for you, Sue. I knew that. So there's our card. Folds down. And it should fit in an ordinary envelope, except for the flowers. I would, if you want it like that, I would actually put it in a box. But it would fit in an envelope. Easy. Oh, bit of glue. Come through on the top. So there we go, ladies. Thank you so much. I'll come up the top. Well, actually, before I go, I'll put the cards out that we've done today or this week. So we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that's our set for this week on casing. Those beautiful dyes, simply beautiful, and they are absolutely gorgeous. You was wondering what colour envelope? Yeah, well, I've got some white ones that I'll, here. If I was going to do it, I'd put it in something like this, which still fits. Hi, Marlene, how are you going? Oh, how's it going with the physio? Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Yeah, so Thursday's your favourite. I'm glad you liked it. I'll come up the top. Oh, yeah. That hurts when they start doing pressure on your calves, doesn't it? I had that with the physio. I had that when I had to have my physio. Oh, thank you, ladies. I'm glad you liked it. And thank you for your help. Now, it's sort of in between with this card on whether to use the flower like that, like I did the other one. And I didn't put a bow on this one either. So that was the first one that I did. I don't think we need a bow on this one. But that was what I started with. And then I hit the glitter. All right, ladies, you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy. We're having a wet weekend by the look of it. I'm going to go down and see my son and see how he's going. And I'll think of something that we can do next week. So I have to have a look what I've still got that's new-ish. Because I'm not going to put another order in. I'm going to try and wait until February before I put this order in. So stay safe, all you ladies overseas. Sweet dreams. And I'll see you all hopefully on Monday. Yeah, everybody have a great weekend. You'll have to let me know on Monday what exciting things you've done over the weekend. Take care. Bye.